Hey, Kayleigh here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. I've decided to do a quick reading for each zodiac sign for the full moon in Capricorn. I know, it's been quite some time since I've done a full moon reading, hasn't it? At least publicly. So, think back. 6 months ago, Capricorn season, new moon in Capricorn. What were you doing? Where were you? What seeds were you planting at that time? What did you start? This full moon represents a culmination of that. The harvest, the reaping, the birth, the completion of something that you started. It may not even be fully complete yet, but it's moving on to the next phase, the next stage, the next rendering. Okay. So because it's a... Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. Okay, so because it's a full moon in Capricorn, I'm going to start with Capricorn. But before I do any card pulls, just finish getting comfortable here. Before I pull any cards, let's say a quick prayer, okay? Thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Nature. Thank you for the beautiful day. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for the green grass. Thank you for flowers. Thank you for the burdens that, even in the moment, they may feel too heavy. They teach me something. Mosquitoes. Thank you for tarot. Thank you for this wonderful technology that I can communicate to people through time and space. Thank you for each and every one of the people that may see this. May they get a message that they need to hear at this time. Cancer season. You know what? I've had several near-death experiences. Most of them have been in Cancer season. The other one was in Capricorn season, actually. Fuck, eh? Anyway. Please protect this space while I read. Allow absolutely no hostile or interfering energy to enter. It's Capricorn. This full moon is happening in your first house. It's the house of the body. It's the house of your perception. It's the house of how you perceive the world and how you project yourself to be perceived by the world. Ooh, Tower on the bottom. Kaboom. Something's changing with your body. There may be something that you don't want to acknowledge, but staring you in the face. Some change is coming. Okay. I normally don't split the deck, but I just felt like it. A couple of cards for Capricorn. King of Pentacles. If this is what is manifesting with this full moon, then there's something to do with the way you manage your money or you manage your resources. It might not even have to be specifically money. There are 8 forms of capital. How do you spend it? How do you manage it? How do you make it? There's a little birdie telling you something that you need to pay attention to. What else is manifesting for Capricorn for this full moon? I feel like there will be a lot of attention on you. Couple more cards for Capricorn, please. Wah! 2 come out. Capricorn. Then we have the Magician. This is utilizing all of your skills and abilities, everything that you've learned up to this point, taking action with those skills, those abilities. The Magician utilizes every single one of the elements, all 4 in the physical realm and the spiritual. It's number 1, the masculine principle of action. This is a very masculine moon for you. And then we have the Princess of Cups reversed. Princess of Cups. Is an upwelling and outpouring of new emotional and psychic energy. And I get the feeling that there's a lot of emotions coming to the surface. They could be coming out in multiple ways, but you're bottling them or stopping them from coming out. This full moon is probably going to have you in tears, whether you like it or not. And you may put on a steely exterior to those around you. Or a stoic, not even steely. He's actually kind of smirking a little bit. But in order to experience the flow of the Magician, You need to use all 4 elements, which means that you need to be able to flow with your emotions. So if you feel like crying, let it out. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, the evil genius. I have a love-hate relationship with Aquarius. Aquarius, this full moon is happening in your 12th house. That's heavy. 12th house is a house of undoing, of loss, of completion, of isolation, asylums, jail. Spirituality, surrender. So what are you manifesting? What's coming to completion from the perspective of the 12th house? This could be something that's happening in your subconscious. This could bring up fears. You might have some really vivid dreams. I know a few Aquarius. Oh, Jesus. Okay. For the Aquarius collective, please. 3 cards for this full moon. We have the 4 of Wands. Interesting. This represents stability, celebration, sometimes marriage. It is midsummer. That's a nice celebration. Anyway, in order for the home hearth to burn brightly, there needs to be some space, some air. But in general, this is reaching some kind of stability, or what's coming up has to do with your home. 2 more cards for Aquarius, please. Or your concept of home. The 7 of Pentacles. This represents putting in a lot of effort, consistent effort, even though there may or may not be a return right in this moment. You could very well be afraid that there may never be a return. And then the Ace of Cups. Aquarius. Right now, you're not seeing a return on some investment. Probably to do with where you live, your home life, your family. In fact, this could be some very unstable energy, like being unsure of whether what you're trying to build is even going to be worth it. But then we have the Ace of Cups, which tells me that it will be worth it. And maybe for this new moon, you might need to do some crying too. Or fill your own cup a little bit. This is definitely a celebration though. Yeah, I mean, just don't overdo it while, yeah, this could be overdoing it though while feeling inside like how you want something to go isn't happening how you want it to, or it's taking longer than you wanted it to. Yeah. Have some patience. Pisces. Pisces, this full moon's happening in your 11th house. This is the house of what you gain from your career, your network circle, your friends, your extended network circle, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your desires. Pisces, you're magical as fuck, so why do you need me to tell you what you're manifesting? You tell me. What's coming to completion for you? Pisces. I don't have very much battery left, so I'll take that one. So we got the Six of Pentacles reversed, Justice reversed. Whoops. Settle down there, Libra. And the Ace of Wands. Technically it was reversed too. So for you, Pisces, there's some injustice that's occurring. You might feel like you need to give more than you're receiving. Like what you're investing is not coming back equally. You need to make some kind of adjustment. You're coming to a quick, definitive decision. Definitely regarding your friend circle. How often do you lend out money or lend people things and they don't bring them back? How often do you have to chase people down? Maybe it's time to cut some connections. But no matter what is happening, you're filled with a spark. In this full moon, this completion, is the seed of a new beginning. A fiery, passionate new beginning. Wow. I just noticed that. So yeah, there's the sun, and it's a lot of it's quite loud and in your face, but there's the full moon right there too. That's weird. Oh, Pisces, that's your magic wand. Okay, Aries. Aries, this is your 10th house. Ooh. 10th house full moon. Something is manifesting, coming to completion, or close, or the next stage regarding your career, your fame, your responsibilities and obligations to society. The Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands came right out, like flew out. I know you saw that. Wow. You're watching something grow that you've started at least 6 months ago. But it's time to collaborate with somebody. Team up. You'll see more success when you do. This could be people admiring what you've achieved so far as well. That's pretty cool. One more card for Aries. Oh my god. 3 readings with an ace in a row. That's wild. The Ace of Swords. Cool. This full moon, I almost said new moon. This full moon will bring a new realization. Some insight or clarity into maybe people that you want to team up with, maybe a new direction that you want to take your business venture. Three aces in a row with 3-3 in your reading. It's a lot of threes. Jeez. 33 is a master number. It's definitely about manifesting masterful creations. Don't enter any cults. It's not a good idea. They'll make promises to you about they'll make promises to you about secrets that they can grant you, but they'll leave you empty-handed in the end, emotionally bankrupt. Taurus! Taurus, this full moon is happening in your 9th house. This is the house of foreign travel, adventure, higher knowledge, higher spiritual truths, speaking of cults and secret societies, gurus, teachers, teaching. It's a highly auspicious, highly lucky house. So Taurus could be manifesting anything in those areas. Tarot says 2 of Wands. the Two of Cups. 2-2, 22. Second master number in one reading. 2 in a row. It's a lot of 2s. If I get another ace, I'll fucking... I don't even know what I'll do. 2 wands and the 2 of cups. Both of these, the 2 and the 2, 2 2s. It's a lot of 2s. 2 squared. Refer to 2 poles that come together, that meet, or rather the tension that's created between 2 poles and the creative spark that comes from that. What happens when 2 people get together? They make a baby. What happens when you rub 2 sticks together? You get a fire. How does a battery work? There's 2 poles and energy moves between the 2. One last card for Taurus. Thank you. I cannot make this shit up. Oh my god, you guys. Taurus, you could be getting pregnant. Number 1. Number 2, this is the 4th ace that came out. A different ace. I've had all 4 aces. What the fuck is going on? Wow. Jesus. Whew. Magic. Anyway, yeah, Taurus, you could be getting pregnant. You could be manifesting a really magical connection. I love the little bear. Just like, what's up? Going to get some food for my baby. Yeah. There have been a fuck ton of bears around here. Grizzly bears, too. Fucking grizzly bears. In fact, it's about time for them to come back out. Dinner time. Anyway, god damn it, Taurus. I can't get over that. 4 aces, 4 in a 1 in. It's a magical full moon for you, Taurus. That's all I can say. You might be getting pregnant. If I had pulled the Empress card, it would have been like, you're definitely getting pregnant. Or causing pregnancy. If you're a dude. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, this is, oh, Capricorn's your 8th house. This is the health of death, of sex, of joint assets, other people's resources, your in-laws. Capricorn, that's pretty hardcore. It's a hidden house that causes sudden things. So for you, Gemini, I feel like this is a particularly dangerous full moon, just based on that alone. But, you know, just be cautious. You'll be okay. So what is Gemini manifesting for this full moon? Oh, alchemy. Temperance. Sagittarius. Gemini, that's your 7th house. Sexy time. Sorry. I've been watching too much Peace Dealer. This is taking one thing and using alchemy to turn it into something way better. More magic. This is creating beauty. This is reconciling two things that don't appear like they can go together and making them come together. 8th house. Sex. 2 more cards for Gemini, please. We have the Fool. Need to trust in spirit. You have your trusty sidekick. Kind of like a familiar. Trust your inner voice. Trust your intuition. And the 3 of Swords reversed. You need to cut yourself free from anything that's heavy right now. Anything that is... Oh, if there has been betrayal, we're walking away from that towards something that's far more beautiful. I feel like, Gemini, you're moving on from a broken heart. That's fucking beautiful. Cancer. Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. One of my older sisters is a Cancer. She's psychic as fuck. She's also a Pisces rising, so like, Jesus. I forget where her moon is, though. I should look that up. But anyway, Cancer. I appreciate you, Cancer. I hope you know that. This full moon's happening in your 7th house. It's the house of partnership and open enemies. And my battery's dying, so I'm going to pause this. Continue shuffling after I plug my phone in inside. So just hold that thought, Cancer. Sorry about that, Cancer. Shall we continue? 7th house. So you're coming to some kind of evolution, completion of some kind that has to do with partnerships. And how partnerships, open enemies, and how you operate in relationships. Okay? So the 7th house represents not just our spouse and our open enemies. And the reason why it's those two in particular is because what's in the 7th house is often suppressed by us. It's often stuff that we don't acknowledge about ourselves, which is why we attract it to us with our partnerships. Cancer is my 7th house. Hey, there's the devil. Capricorn. It's your 7th house. So anyway, Cancer. What's coming to a close or evolving with this full moon? Three cards for Cancer, please. The Star. This is the card for Aquarius. This is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your desires. Being out of the box, being different from the ordinary. unconventional, different. Wow. The Hermit, which is the energy of Virgo, and the Prince of Swords. This full moon for you, Cancer, will be a chance for you to reconnect with your inner wisdom and make sure that it is actually your hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires that you're following. Are you being unconventional for the sake of being unconventional, or is that really truly an expression of you? The Hermit also tells us to take some time to connect with our body, to meditate, to be in contemplation and silence, and assess what's working, what isn't working. Hopefully without being too overly critical. And then we have the Prince of Swords. This is a very fast, naive energy. But this represents either you, your partner, or an open enemy with laser-focused vision. They know what they want. They know how to communicate what they want. And they're willing to go and get it. There's a really loud bumblebee. Sorry. So I guess for you, Cancer, this is an opportunity and a signal that maybe you need to do a little bit of soul searching and be very clear about your boundaries with other people. What's acceptable? What isn't acceptable? Leo. Leo, this is your 6th house. The house of work, service, daily habits, health. Oh, you have Pluto transiting your 6th house right now? Ugh. Ugh. By the way, the month before your birthday, so while the sun is in Cancer for you, if your sun is in Leo anyway, it's totally normal to be tired, to be exhausted, to want to retreat a little bit. The reason being is the sun's in your 12th house, which is the house of solitude. So I would not be surprised at all, especially if you're a Leo sun, but if you're a Leo rising as well, if this is a challenging time, a challenging month for you, just in terms of needing to slow down and wanting to accomplish more than you're actually able to accomplish. Just 3 cards for Leo for the full moon, please. The 10 of Cups. 10 is a completion and a new beginning, especially in regards to emotional, psychic, artistic, family matters. All in all, it feels like there's just a pleasant, warm feeling at home. Alternatively, another way to view this card, since it is the last deacon of Pisces, is escapism and addiction. And with the sun being... Okay, you got 4 cards. With the sun being in your 12th house, could definitely be escapism as well, so be careful of that. Be careful of trying to escape your emotions by just drowning them out. So we got strength, your card. You showed up to your own reading, Leo. What up? It's kind of this is an interesting take on strength. I like it, with a wild boar instead of a lion. It's appropriate for Ireland. Yeah, this is you. This is living with lust and passion for life. This is knowing your inner power and not being afraid to use it, bring it up when necessary, but to not let it rule you. This is living in the moment with joy, with pleasure. And then the 9 of Swords. This is Mars and Gemini. This is anxiety, insomnia. This is not being able to get a moment's rest. Racing thoughts. A racing mind. Very quick thinking. On a lighter side, it doesn't necessarily have to be all of those really bad things. I mean, the art isn't very nice, but it could be a blockage in your emotions. It can be just overthinking something, being way too in your head and not in your body in the moment. These two together, how they came out, strength and the 9 of Swords, if I can pick them up. This actually kind of feeds into the escapism thing that I was talking about. It could be not wanting to acknowledge whatever it is that has you kind of tied up in knots, and choosing to ignore it and just act from the more primitive or beastly side of your nature, which is the escapism that I was talking about. And then the Ace of Pentacles reversed also came out for you. So you may be experiencing a loss at this time, actually, which could be why you want to escape. Could be fretting over something that you've lost. The skitters are getting me, man. You could be experiencing some psychic vampirism. But maybe not. I'm feeling this more as self-sabotage. It's like you have everything. You have everything that you want. You have everything that you need. You have this wonderful ability to lead with your heart and live passionately and joyously. But it's like you're sabotaging yourself somehow, and it's going to lead to a loss. However, in that loss, there is always the opportunity for something new to come from it eventually. But there may be a lesson here for you to learn first. And I mean, 12th house is the the house of our undoing, which is why alcoholism, escapism is seen from that house. But it's also the house of spirituality. It's the house of connecting to God. So, read that how you will. Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Oh, this is your 5th house. Sweet. 5th house is a house of intelligence. The house of creativity, children, romance, pleasure for pleasure's sake. Having a full moon here, it would be really interesting if any of you were giving birth. Anyway. Damn mosquitoes. It doesn't necessarily have to be birth of a person. It could be birth of a project, especially an artistic project. Let's see what the cards have to say, though. Virgo, Virgo. Whoa, whoa. That one right there. The King of Cups. Love it. This is you enjoying the arts. Being tapped in and connected with your emotions. And maybe even your psychic gifts. The thing about the King of Cups, though, is yes, he's more mature. Yes, he's more responsible. But because of that, he doesn't necessarily get as many chances or opportunities to connect with his chosen art form. So don't ignore that. And then the Sun reversed. That's very interesting. Right as I was saying, don't ignore that. Don't ignore those artistic things that really make you shine. The Sun comes out reversed. Reaffirming exactly what I was saying. Your inner sun is longing to shine. Your inner child wants to come out. Your creative potential is sitting there dormant. So find some time to express what makes your heart sing. And then the last card that flipped out at me was the Prince of Cups reversed. Again, affirming exactly what I said. Prince of Cups reversed could be exactly that, ignoring your emotions, ignoring your artistic ability, and like it doesn't have to be necessarily like painting on with a canvas and an easel and shit. It could be anything. It could be anything, literally anything can be turned into art, whether it's like baking something amazing or the way that you trim trees or trim trees, whatever, trim plants, prune trees, or the way that you choose to walk can be artistic. The way that you who am I kidding? I'm talking to Virgo. Everything you do is beautiful. Just so. So leave a little room, leave a little wiggle room for mistakes, and for mistakes. You can work mistakes into the art itself if you really wanted to. The other way you can read this is somebody outside of you, around you, that is emotionally manipulative. But I'm I'm not really reading it that way. I'm not feeling it that way, but that is an alternative way that you could look at it. It feels to me more like just with the sun reversed as well. It's like just ignoring an inner calling or something that really makes you smile. Like you could be watching other people. You could be watching other people do it and perform and entertain you, but do you always want to be a consumer or do you want to be a creator? So, some things to ponder on, Virgo. Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. My little sister's a Libra sun. This is your 4th house. This is the house of home. This is the house of your deepest emotions, psychic gifts, ancestry, the past, mother. Sun's in your 10th house, career, external focus. But the full moon is happening in your 4th house. This is some ending, completion, or evolution happening with your secret desires. That's 4th house. Your mama, your mom's family, ancestry, ancestral gifts. This is the kind of full moon that could awaken some crazy psychic gifts. Could happen. Okay. What does the tarot have to say for Libra? Princess of Pentacles. She landed sideways. So, Libra. This could go either way, this full moon. This could be the beginning of something really beautiful. Or you could lose something. And I have a feeling it depends on how you react. The Wheel. Jupiter. Literally every time I pull this card, I think of Journey, the wheel in the sky. Oh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Not sorry. Okay, so what was I saying about ancestry? This could be, okay, you can look at this a couple different ways. Number one, the most obvious one that people pick when they pull this card is Jupiter's blessing you with something. But here's the thing about Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything that it touches. So it can expand awesome things, or it can expand not so awesome things. Like something that's mildly great or really already really awesome with Jupiter's influence, if it's influencing it in a negative way, can turn into like just an absolute shit show. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. The other way that you can look at this card is something's coming back around for you. Which is interesting because she's holding a pentacle, which is circular in shape. it's like you have the choice right now to like which direction you want to go on the wheel. That's really interesting. And right now, you're not sure which direction you're going to go. Which way you're going to go. Up or down? Have you seen The Labyrinth? I just thought of the scene. If you've seen it, then you'll know. If you haven't, then you should go watch it. But I just thought of the scene where Sarah is making her way through the labyrinth, and she gets to this particular set of doorways. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so she gets to these two doorways, and both of the doorways have door knockers and they speak. And one of them always lies, and one of them always tells the truth. And she has to figure out which one is which. And one door will take her directly to the castle in the middle of the labyrinth. The other one doesn't. Get out of here. So she chooses a door, and spoiler alert, she chooses a door, and she chooses the one that does not take her to the center of the castle. And what it does is she is plunged into this pit with all of these gross hands, and the hands make like faces and shit, and they catch her, and she has to choose which way to go, up or down. And she says, well, I'm already headed down, so I guess I'll go down, I guess. Whatever. And they just remember, like, it just popped into my head. She chose down. She chose down. And she's like, was that the wrong answer? And then they drop her, and she drops into this pit. So be careful which way you're gonna go. Wow. The last card, the Nine of Swords. Whatever it is, whatever choice you're seesawing between, swinging between, it's keeping you up at night. This is the energy of Mars in Gemini, which is very quick thoughts. It's being very focused in our thinking, but can turn into being way too much in the head. Can also be just really aggressive with our speech and with our thinking. So that can turn into being aggressive with ourselves or aggressive with other people. It can also come out as insomnia, not being able to sleep. Sorry if I contributed to that. Like, yeah. Oh. I get this feeling of like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Oh my god, the mosquitoes. Okay, I gotta go inside after this. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I go this way, I will lose this. If I go this way, I will lose this. And I just gotta say, if you don't choose, Jupiter's gonna choose for you, or more specifically, Saturn will choose for you. And ultimately, no action is still an action. Okay, Libra. Good luck. All right, Scorpio. So this full moon is happening in your third house. This is the house of your neighborhood, your siblings, learning new things, writing, speech, things of that nature. So what is coming to a close, a completion, or an evolution in those areas? Let's find out. Three cards for Scorpio, please. We have the Lord, as the Emperor, reversed. We have the Ace of Cups. Just one, please. Thank you. Hey, Death, you showed up to your reading. What's up? Okay. Scorpio. The Lord or the Emperor reversed. This is the major arcana card for Aries. This implies to me that there's some lack of confidence that you're feeling right now. Or there's something about your sense of identity that is in question, or you're not sure. Maybe you're not sure about what actions to take. Maybe you're not feeling confident enough to take whatever actions you feel you should take. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So at the same time, there's this either an offer or you're just feeling quite blessed right now, emotionally, like emotionally fulfilled, or you're expressing some new artistic ability, that some new artistic skill set, even third house, that you don't quite have a lot of confidence in, but it's making you feel really good. And then we have Death. Your card. What up? This is transformation, especially spiritual transformation. This here pictured, we have the crone with her cauldron. She's about to do some crazy ass ritual, but this is about the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? This is Scorpio. To me, this is saying that you're going through a period right now where, yet again, another transformation is facing you, and Pluto, your modern ruler, is asking you what parts of your identity or your chosen or programmed identity are no longer serving you. What has been programmed and isn't actually you and needs to be transmuted. In order for this ace, this psychic and emotional renewal. Third house can also represent, it represents the period of time before we hit puberty. So how I'm kind of seeing this is what woundings occurred in childhood that contributed to your sense of identity right now, that don't really belong to you, that actually come from trauma, or from trauma and neglect, whatever, that you need to heal at this time, that you need to acknowledge at this time. What can you let go of? And perhaps exploring some form of art therapy will be really helpful for you. Okay, Scorpio, thank you. And last but not least, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I can't help myself. I think of that every time I say Sagittarius. Oh, Metallica. Okay. Anyway, Sagittarius. This full moon is happening in your second house. This is the house of your money, your value, your worth, your values. So what is coming to a close, a completion, or an evolution at this time in regards to your values, your value, your money? Whoops. Also rules food and basic pleasures. The things that we need in the physical realm to sustain us and to feel whole. The High Priestess, number 2 in the deck. High Priestess is a strong connection to your intuition. Interesting, because Cancer is your 8th house, which is one of the houses that deal with the psyche and being psychic. Anyway, the High Priestess is what are you afraid of right now? What's coming up for you on an intuitive level? Wow. There's 3 people that got this particular ace. I feel like I'm playing Texas Hold'em. Not enough cards. But anyway. So the High Priestess, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So you're definitely letting go of something. So this is using your intellect, your logic, with a good dose of intuition to decide, to choose. What are you trimming away? I always find it really interesting, this card. He's wearing a lot of blue, which to me really symbolizes the water, which is an emotional thing. It's water, and this is an air card, but... And then the High Priestess is... This is ruled by the moon. This is all about water. So anyway, I think that's really cool, Sagittarius. I feel like this is developing strong psychic boundaries as well as strong physical boundaries. So this is deciding, like I already said, what you need to cut out, maybe who you need to cut out, to protect your psyche, to protect your emotional safety. You know, maybe that means you need to say no to an offer or let go of an offer, or cut off somebody that's maybe, actually this could be, it could very well be somebody that is pretending like they have an offer for you, like, hey, I got this new job and I want you to help me with it and you can make some money, but like, you know that they're actually a piece of shit, so you're tapping into your intuition here and using your logic and saying, no, I'm good, thank you, have a good day. That would be very smart. I like it. Alright, Sagittarius. Have a good full moon. And that is it. That is everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I will have everything time-stamped below. And have a wonderful full moon, everybody. Peace.